grade 8 learners? Welcome sa isa na namang episode na punong-puno ng kaalaman. Mundo ng numbers, atin niyang pag-uusapan. Kahit ano pang hinihintay nyo, halina't matuto! Are you ready for another fun-filled discussion? By the way, I am Ma'am Bautista, your teacher for today. Get your learner's pocket, answer sheets, and ballpen. Stay tuned in another exciting grade 8 mathematics lesson only here at HALINA'T MATH-TUTO sa Dasmariñas North National High School.
Operations and rational algebraic expressions. Our objective for this lesson is to perform operations and rational algebraic expressions. Remember that adding or subtracting fractions can easily be done if the fractions are similar. Otherwise, you have to make the fraction similar by finding its equivalent. Let's have, for example, number 1. 2/5 plus 1/5 equals 2 plus 1 over 5. Okay, we simply copy the denominator and add the numerators. Our answer is 3 over 5. Next, example number 2. 9/6 minus 4/6. Copy the denominator 6 and then subtract the numerators. 9 minus 4 is equal to 5 over 6. Number 3. 1/2 plus 1/3. If you will notice, they have different denominators. In this case, we need to find the LCD, or the least common denominator. How to find for the LCD? So we have for 2, we list the multiples, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and so on. And for 3, we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and so on. And the smallest or the least common for 2 and 3 is 6. Therefore, our LCD is 6. So we have 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3 times 1 is equal to 3 over 6 plus 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2 times 1 is equal to 2. Then, since they are now similar, we can copy the denominator and add the numerator. So we have 3 plus 2 is equal to 5 over 6. Next example, we have 7y plus 3y minus y plus 8. Okay, always remember that we can only combine terms that are similar. When we say similar terms, they have the same variables. At the same time, the exponents are also the same. Okay, so combine here, 7y plus 3y is equal to 10 minus y is equal to 9y, and then copy 8. So we have 9y plus 8. And example number 5, we have 3x squared minus 5x plus 2x minus 3. 3x squared, wala na po siyang kasama or common. So we simply copy 3x squared. And for negative 5x plus 2x. So we combine isang negative at isang positive. We subtract. 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. And then the sign is negative. So you have 3x squared minus 3x minus 3. Okay. Operations on rational algebraic expressions is adding and subtracting rational algebraic expressions with the same denominators. We have, in adding or subtracting rational algebraic expressions with common denominator, simply add the numerators and copy the denominator. Same rule is applied in fractions. And we have a over b plus minus c over b is equal to, so simply copy the denominator and add or subtract the numerators. Wherein b is not equal to 0, because if the denominator is equal to 0, it will become undefined. And the last one is always reduce your answer to the simplest form, or simplify. Example number 1. We have find the sum of 3 over 6b and 1 over 6b in lowest term. Okay, so you have there 3 over 6b plus 1 over 6b is equal to, since they are similar, then copy the denominator 6b and add the numerator. So we have 3 plus 1 is equal to 4 over 6b. If you will notice, the numerator and the denominator have a common factor, which is 2. So divide the numerator and the denominator by their common factor, which is 2. So, or simply factor. 4 is equal to 2 times 2 over 2 times 3 times b. So cancel common factors. You have 2 and 2. What is left is 2 over 3b. Therefore, our answer is 2 over 3b. We can only say that the fraction or the expression is in the lowest term if there is no common factor except 1. Example number 2, add x over x squared minus 4 and 2 over x squared minus 4. So you have x over x squared minus 4 plus 2 over x squared minus 4 equals x plus 2 over x squared minus 4. Since they are similar, we simply copy the denominator. But if you will notice, the denominator x squared minus 4 is a difference of 2 squares. When we say difference of 2 squares, it is factorable. And the factor of x squared minus 4 is equal to x plus 2 times the quantity x minus 2. So we are going to factor the denominator. So you have there x plus 2 over x plus 2 times the quantity x minus 2. If you will notice, there is a common factor in the numerator and in the denominator. So we cancel common factors. So what is left in the numerator is 1 and in the denominator is x minus 2. Therefore, our answer is 1 over x minus 2. Example number 3. Simplify. Negative 2x plus 1 over x squared minus 4 minus 3x minus 1 over x squared minus 4. So we have the denominator x squared minus 4. And we will combine the numerator. So you have there negative 2x plus 1 minus the quantity negative 3x minus 1. Always remember that if it is subtraction and there is a negative sign after, we're going to enclose that in a parenthesis. So we have now negative 2x plus 1. Then you have negative or minus times the negative, so that will become positive. So that is positive 3x. Then negative times negative 1 is equal to positive 1. And in combining like terms in the numerator, we have negative 2x plus 3x is equal to x. And then 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Again, we are going to factor the denominator. And the denominator, x squared minus 4, is equal to x plus 2 times the quantity x minus 2. And we have the common factor. So cancel that, x plus 2 in the numerator and x plus 2 in the denominator. What is left is 1 over x minus. Example number 4. Find the difference when 12 over 2x squared minus 9x plus 4 is subtracted from 2x squared minus 5x over 2x squared minus 9x plus 4. Okay, take note, we have is subtracted from. Okay. We have, mauna po yung 2x squared minus 5x. So 2x squared minus 5x over 2x squared minus 9x plus 4 minus 12 over 2x squared minus 9x plus 4. Okay, they are still similar. So we simply copy the denominator, 2x squared minus 9x plus 4, and then combine or subtract the numerator. So we have there 2x squared minus 5x minus 12. So next is to factor the numerators and the denominators if possible. Okay, tingnan po natin kung factorable po siya. So we have 2x squared minus 5x minus 12. It's factorable and we have the factors 2x plus 3 times the quantity x minus 4 and the denominator 2x minus 1 times the quantity x minus 4. So we have the common factors between the numerator and the denominator, and that is x minus 4. Ang natira po ay 2x plus 3 over 2x minus 1. And that is our final answer. Okay. Take note, baka sabihin nyo po, ma'am, common po si 2x sa numerator at denominator. Remember that we only cancel common factors, but not common terms. Adding and subtracting rational algebraic expressions with different denominators. Adding rational algebraic expressions with different denominators is just like adding and subtracting fractions with different denominators. We are going to find the LCD. Okay? Find the least common denominator of rational expressions. How? Step 1. Factor each expression completely. 2. List the factors of each expression. Match factors vertically when possible. 3. Bring down the columns. 4. Multiply the factors. Example number 1. Find the sum of 3 over 2a and 1 over 6a in simplest form. Okay, so they have different denominators. We have 3 over 2a plus 1 over 6a. Find the least common denominator. Always remember the different steps. Factor each expression completely, list the factors, bring down the columns, and multiply the factors. So we have 2a, 2 times a, 6a, you have 2 times 3 times a. Okay, match the factors vertically. We have there 2, 2, 3, and then a. We're going to bring down the columns. So bring down 2, 3, and a, and then multiply the factors. So 2 times 3 times a is equal to 6a. Therefore, the LCD is 6a. So writing under the denominator 6a, so you have 6a. Divide 6a by the denominator of our first term. You have 2a. So 6a divided by 2a is equal to 3. 3 times 3 is equal to 9. Plus 6a divided by 6a is equal to 1 times 1 is equal to 1. And then add the numerators. You have 9 plus 1 is equal to 10. Copy the denominator 6a. If you will notice, si 10 and 6 ay may common factor. And the common factor is, we have for 10, 2 times 5. For 6a, you have 2 times 3 times a. Cancel common factors. Ang common factor po nila ay si 2. Cancel po natin si 2. Ang natira po sa numerator ay si 5. At ang denominator ay 3a. Therefore, our final answer is 5 over 3a. Don't forget to simplify always. Example number 2. Find the sum of 2m over m minus 1 and 3 over m plus 4. We have 2m over m minus 1 plus 3 over m plus 4. And the LCD, we have m minus 1 times the quantity m plus 4. Divide the LCD by the denominator of the first expression, which is m minus 1. So m minus 1 times the quantity m plus 4 divided by m minus 1 is equal to m plus 4. Multiply to the numerator, which is 2. So you have 2m times the quantity m plus 4 plus 3 times the quantity m minus 1. We have 2m times m, that is 2m squared, plus 2m times 4 is equal to 8m, plus 3 times m is 3m, minus 3 times 1 is equal to 3, over the denominator, m minus 1 times the quantity m plus 1. Next, combine like terms. 2m squared plus 11m minus 3. Copy the denominator, m minus 1 times the quantity m plus 4. If the numerator is factorable, we will factor. But in this case, the numerator is not factorable. Therefore, our final answer is 2m squared plus 11m minus 3. Example number 3. Find 8 over 2x squared minus 7x plus 5 plus 3x plus 2 over 2x squared minus x minus 10. Find first the LCD. Okay. Step 1, find the factors of the expression completely, and the factors of 2x squared minus 7x plus 5 is equal to 2x minus 5 times the quantity x minus 1. While for 2x squared minus x minus 10 is equal to 2x minus 5 times the quantity x plus 2. Then step 2, list the factors and match factors vertically when possible. So we have there 2x minus 5, x minus 1, and x plus 2. Bring down the columns. So the LCD, 2x minus 5 times the quantity x minus 1 times the quantity x plus 2. And then multiply the factors. So we have the LCD now. 2x minus 5 times the quantity x minus 1 times the quantity x plus 2. Divide the LCD by the denominator of the first expression. What is left is x plus 2 times the numerator 8. So you have 8 times the quantity x plus 2 plus divide the LCD by the denominator of the second expression. What is left is x minus 1 times the numerator, which is 3x plus 2. And then distribute. We have 8 times x, 8x plus 8 times 2, 16 plus 3x times x, that is 3x squared. 2 times x ay 2x. Then you have 3x minus 1, negative 3x, and 2 times negative 1 is equal to negative 2. Combining like terms, we have 3x squared, then 8x plus 2x minus 3x is 7x. 16 minus 2 is equal to 14. The numerator is not factorable anymore, so our final answer is 3x squared plus 7x plus 14, and then copy the denominator. Multiplication and division of rational algebraic expressions. Let us review first multiplying and dividing fractions. A over b times c over d is equal to ac over bd. We simply multiply the numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator. Example number 1. 4 over 5 times 10 over 12. So multiply 4 and 10 and 5 times 12, so you have 40 over 60. Common factor of 40 and 60 is 10, so you have 4 over 6. But still 4 over 6 has a common factor, which is 2. So divide by 2. Answer is 2/3. Number 2. 12 over 15 times 3 over 18. We can use cancellation also. Between 12 and 18, the common factor is 6. So 12 divided by 6 is 2. 18 divided by 6 is 3. Between 3 and 15, we have the common factor, which is 3. 15 by 3, 5. 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1, and then multiply. 2 times 1 is equal to 2. 5 times 3 is equal to 15, and the answer is 2 over 15. For division, we have P over Q divided by R over S is equal to P over Q times S over R. We simply change the division sign into multiplication and then get the reciprocal of the divisor. Example number 1. 4/5 divided by 1/3 is equal to 4/5. Change division into multiplication. Get the reciprocal of 1/3, and that is 3 over 1, and then multiply. 4 times 3, 12. 5 times 1 is equal to 5. Answer is 12 over 5. Number 2. 6 over 15 divided by 30 over 20 is equal to 6 over 15. Change division into multiplication, and then get the reciprocal of 30 over 20, which is 20 over 30. Using cancellation, we have for 6 and 30, the common factor is 6. So 6 by 6 is 1. 30 by 6 is 5. For 15 and 20, we have 5. 15 or 20 divided by 5 is 4. 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3. And then multiply. 1 times 4 is 4. 3 times 5 is equal to 15. Let's have example number 1. Find the product of 2s over 4k times 3 over 2k squared. So 2s over 4k times 3 over 2k squared. Let's use cancellation. Cancel 2 and 2. Okay, so you have now 3 times s, 3s over 4k times k squared is 4k cubed. And that is our final answer. You can also use the a over b times c over d. Multiply numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator, we will get the same answer. So 2s times 3, that is 6s, over 4k times 2k squared is 8k cubed. My common pos is 6 and 8, which is 2. So divide. You will get 3s over 4k cubed. Example number 2. Multiply 1 over x plus 10 times 10x plus 30 over x plus 3. So you have there 1 over x plus 10 times 10x plus 30 over x plus 3. If you will notice, in the second expression, we have 10x plus 30. There is a common factor which is 10. So ilalabas po natin si 10. So that is 10 times the quantity x plus 3. And then using cancellation, cancel common factors and not terms. So here, we can cancel x plus 3 in the denominator and x plus 3 in the numerator. What is left is 1 over x plus 10 times 10 is equal to 10 over x plus 10. Do not cancel 10 and 10 because they are not common factors. They are common terms. Example number 3. Find the quotient m over 2 divided by m minus 2 over m minus 1. Okay, always remember that in division, we get the reciprocal of the divisor and then multiply. You have there the steps. So step 1, m over 2 times m minus 1 over m minus 2. So get the reciprocal, rewrite, and change the operation to multiplication. So instead of division, we change that into multiplication and find the product of the given expression. So let us multiply m times m minus 1 over 2 times m minus 2. And step 4 is to reduce to lowest term. In this case, there is no more common factor. So this is now our final answer. Example number 4. Divide k squared minus 25 over k plus 5 divided by k minus 5 over k squared plus 6k plus 5. So change the division sign into multiplication sign and get the reciprocal of the divisor. So you have k squared minus 25 over k plus 5 times k squared plus 6k plus 5 over k minus 5. Then factor the given expression k squared minus 25, you have k plus 5 times the quantity k minus 5 over k plus 5 times k squared plus 6k plus 5 is equal to k plus 1 times the quantity k plus 5 over k minus 5. Cancel common factors. You have k plus 5 and k plus 5, k minus 5 and k minus 5. What is left is k plus 1 times the quantity k plus 5, and that is our final answer.